For anyone who's spent any sort of time in the pressure washing industry, or even if you're just looking at getting your business started up, you've probably realised that chemicals play a huge part in getting a good result for your customer. TFRs, degreasers, sodium hypochlorite, biocide, they all require their own unique solutions for application. Everyone does it differently, there's no right or wrong way to do it. I went full time just over a year ago now, and before I pulled the trigger and left my job, I made sure that I'd already bought all the equipment that I'd need to be able to offer a range of services. And the one thing I bought was the gardener backpack with the water-fed pole, and that was with the intention of cleaning windows with pure water. After some consideration and looking into it a little bit further, I'd realised that actually window cleaning wasn't the path that I wanted to take for the business. But I'd just spent 350 quid on all this equipment. Luckily, I'd noticed a post on Facebook where someone had mentioned that they'd got this gardener backpack and they were using it for quite a while to apply chemicals. They say as long as you clean it out after every use and you look after it well, you're not going to do any long-term damage to the pump. And so for the next 12 months, this became my go-to method for applying chemicals. So much quicker and more precise than trying to use a watering can, and it's a lot less fiddly and unreliable than trying to use one of those garden sprayers. And also with the water-fed pole, it meant that I could reach places that I wouldn't have been able to reach before, like conservatory tops and gutters and all that sort of stuff. Now this worked fine for a while for chemical application in small quantities. It's only got a 20 litre tank, so you can only fit 20 litres of diluted solution in there. And it's only got a flow rate of 2.3 litres per minute, and that's on full power. You've got two settings. Number one, you can sort of change it, have it really low, or you can turn the dial up. And then number two is like full flow, that's 2.3 litres per minute. And it's not very much. On an area any more than about 40 metres squared, you're going to have to keep refilling it up. And it's not just the time you're taking to stop and refill, it's also putting the chemicals down quite slowly. So a job that would only usually take about an hour and a half to pressure wash, clean everything down afterwards and tidy up after myself, is then being extended to sometimes over 2 hours just to apply the chemicals and clean out all my equipment afterwards. For context, my jobs nowadays are usually between about 50 metres squared all the way up to like 200 metres squared. So what I realised is time is money, and the cost of my time wasted on each job is really adding up now. And so that cost just over the last couple of weeks could have easily paid for its own solution. So here it is, I hope. So I've just received this package from Rutland Pumps. I'm hoping this is going to be the solution to all my problems. I think secretly I've known it for a while that I need one, but I'm tight and I don't want to pay lots of money for things. So I've been putting it off for such a long time. And in reality, this could have probably saved me hours and hours. So this is the XJet M5, and it comes with a few things. So the first thing we've got here is a suction hose. It's got a little filter on the back, and then a quick release attachment with a little ball valve on the top. And this ball valve is obviously suitable for chemical application, so you're not going to ruin it. So that's nice. And so this bit gets dropped into your chemical tank. So you could 20 litre container, whatever you've got. It could be TFR, it could be sodium hypochlorite, maybe biocide. You just drop that into the bottom. And then this is where the magic happens. So this is the little quick release nozzle. So the bottom bit here pops onto there, and then this bit will go onto either the end of your lance, or I can put that on my little mini trigger. I've got like a small lance that I can attach that to, which will be perfect for just spraying things down. So on the end here as well, you can adjust, I don't know if you can see that very well, you can adjust the nozzle width, and so that will allow you to change the spread pattern. To be honest, it's a very, very well made piece of kit. I've been putting this off for such a long time just because I think like it's £220 including VAT for such a small item. I just had it in my head that this could be made so much cheaper, and I could probably do it myself at some point if I get round to it. But to be honest, with the hose, the filter on the end, and all these little attachments and the lovely little nozzle there, I really do think that is worth the money. And from what I've seen in the videos of people using them, it's invaluable really. And so the way this works, it comes with a bunch of different tips, and these are like flow restrictors. So these, I think they're actually called proportioners, and they've got the dilution rates on this little helpful chart here to let you know which colour to use for what kind of dilution you're after. And so the one I'm probably going to use, it's got at the top here, look. So my machine's 15 litres per minute, and I want a dilution of about 4 or 5 to 1 roughly. So I'm looking at the black tip. Right, I think I found out how to do it. So I thought you'd have to like twist this bottom piece off, put the proportioner inside, and then twist it back on, and so you'd end up getting like covered in chemicals and stuff. If you wanted to do it like on the fly, on the job, if your dilution rate isn't quite right and you need to quickly change it over on the fly. But actually it's 10 times more simple than I could have imagined. Where's my black one gone? There it is. So this little proportioner tip literally just clips into the bottom of that. I'm just going to push it in. He says I got it to do it with the white one. Just what on earth? I might have to, oh man, I'm going to push it against the table. There we go, that's in. And then you just stick that on there. That is so easy. I can't wait to use it. Then you can just shut it off if you want to stop drawing chemicals. I'm really impressed with that. Wicked. I'm going to go and get my mini trigger so you can see what I'm talking about. So I got this from Equip to Clean probably about 6 months ago when I went on their course. And I just bought it so that I can clean like the tops of walls and stuff. And so that should, just like any nozzle, just fit on there. And then I've got my little chemical lance. I'm really excited to use this. I'm not going to use it in this video purely because I've not booked any work in over this weekend, because I thought I'll give myself a break this week. I think I've worked every weekend, well at least every Sunday, probably this year, and so I thought I'd give myself a bit of time to catch up on video editing and just a bit of time to relax. So thanks for watching. We discussed, the reason I bought this is because we discussed it in one of the live streams, and there's a couple of people recommending it to me, and so that was I literally bought one the next morning. If you want to be involved in these live streams, I'm doing them every Monday night at around about 7:30, so the video should drop about 5:30 on a Monday night, UK time, and then about 7:30 I'll go live and I'll try and answer as many of your questions as possible. So we'll put quotes together live on stream for real customers, and you can just sort of see my process. And it's just generally a really nice opportunity for me to talk to my community and try and answer as many questions as honestly as I can. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'm really looking forward to using this in the next video. Cheers, have a good one.